your spirits. The all-new Heaven 1460.
Oh, no, Tika.
Delta Double X of Mississippi Valley State. Your Southern University.
I tried. They just wanted to hear me say hi, so I said hello to them. I tried.
We'll move on. Join us as we pay tribute to America. As we salute our brave servicemen and women who continue to fight for our freedoms, both home and abroad. Playing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be performed on the Southern University Human Jukebox Pep Band.
Hello, hello. Hey, Chris. Mic checking. Can anybody hear me?
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's happening, my man Ed Robinson?
All right. We've got we're coming up on a half an hour to the ID, so stand by, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Chris Jones said he's going to actually do the show on Thursday night. Now,
that's fine.
If for some reason I'm not here, I mean, if I am here, if they don't make it, then obviously I will do it. That'll be the final one.
All right, it's fine. So if they don't make it, then Thursday will be the final one.
I believe so, yeah.
You believe so? All right, that's fine. All right, stand by.
Mississippi Valley State comes in with this. Here's the starting five. At guard, she is a 5'7" senior from Indianola, Mississippi. Number 4, averaging 10.9 points per ball game, Christy Parker. Also at the point guard spot, a 5'5" senior from Fort Worth, Texas, averaging 10.9 points per ball game as well. She wears number 1, LaKendra Bassett. Also starting tonight at guard, a 5'4" senior from Sulphur, Texas. She averages 7.3 points per ball game. Number 23, Desiree Mosley. At the guard spot, a 5'9" junior from Dallas, Texas. Wears number 13, averaging 6.6 points per ball game, Aaron Smith. And at the forward position, a 6'1" junior from Augusta, Georgia. Wears number 54, averaging 2.3 points per ball game, Jasmine Hallman. Now, number 35, Michaela Boner, is not playing in the ball game. She averages 7.6 points per ball game. We were told she is a scratch for tonight's game. Head coach Ashley Walker-Johnson in her first year as head coach of Mississippi Valley State. For Southern University, they'll start like this. At the point guard position, Danielle Charles, a 5'6" senior from New Orleans, Louisiana, averaging 4.3 points per ball game. Wears number 5, Danielle Charles, they call her Shorty. Also at guard, a 5'7" senior from White Castle, Louisiana, averages 9.1 points per ball game. She is Skylar Obeer, number 4. At the guard position, a 5'10" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, averaging 3.5 per ball game. Number 11, Rashanti Coward. At 5'11", sophomore from Richmond, Mississippi, wears number 2, averages 8.8 points per ball game. She is the heart of this team. She is a Lyric Scott. Also at the forward position, she is a 6-foot freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Wears number 22, averaging 6.2 points per ball game. She is Tanera Moore. And she is a fighter. Tanera Moore and Lyric Scott have the busiest motors on this team, which means they constantly are going. They never give up. They're both young players. Lyric Scott's a sophomore, and Tanera Moore is a freshman. They never give up. They just keep going and going. Whether it's shooting or what have you, they can put it on, and they can be the heart and soul of this basketball team. We're about ready to get underway here at the F.G. Clark Activity Center on the campus of Southern University. And both teams have been introduced, and we're about to get ready for the tip of the ball. Valley will jump number 54, Jasmine Hallman, a 6'1" junior from Augusta, Georgia. And Southern University, let's see, they're going to jump. Usually it's Rashanti Coward. Might be Tanera Moore jumping, a 6 foot. But let's see, we'll see who they're going to bring up here. March Madness. What it's all about, baby. And usually it's very, we haven't done this in years. You have just one team playing here because usually both teams play here. But not the case tonight. Our thoughts go out to the Southern Jaguar men over there in Houston against Texas Southern. It will be Rashanti Coward jumping. And we're about ready to get underway. And the referee gets to the mid-court circle. And we're about ready, and here we go. Tip of the ball will go to Mississippi Valley State, and they've got it. Back on the other side, long pass out. Here's a shot already, and it's missed off the side of the iron. Number 23, Mosley. She tried to get her own rebound, but lost it. Now she knocked it out from Danielle Charles' hands as Danielle Charles is bringing the ball down the court. So Valley's got the basketball again. With it is Bassett. Bassett on the other side gives it on over to number 13, Smith. Smith is driving in the lane, takes the shot, missed it. Rebound comes to Tanera Moore. And here comes Danielle Charles, her caller Shorty from New Orleans. She's a senior. And gives it to Coward. Coward on the baseline. Short shot is in. Rashanti Coward starts it with 2. And it's 2-0. Southern on top with 9:19 left to play in the first quarter. Valley's got the basketball, and they barely get across the mid-court stripe. And we have a foul down low. It's going to be against Southern. The first foul of the ball game, I believe, will go against Rashanti Coward. It will. That's her first personal foul, the first team foul for Southern here in the first. So it'll be Valley's basketball underneath their own goal with a fresh 30 seconds. Here's the snap of the ball to the inbound. Long pass out, and it will come to number 13, Smith. And Smith will give it back on over to Bassett. And then she comes back in the front court. And Bassett looking around, can't find anybody, and take it in the paint. Who's tied up Good shot. Good defensive play by Tanera Moore. Comes down to Shorty, Danielle Charles. Charles on the other side. Long pass on out. Here's a pass back to Tanera Moore. Tanera Moore lost it. On the floor, but good shot by Tanera Moore for Shanti Coward to get the ball back. She got the back by defense, and a good defense right there. Long pass on out to Scott Aubert, open for a three-point shot. No. Rebound on the floor goes to Valley. And Southern should dominate on the boards because Valley is a very short basketball team. Here's a shot down the other side. Aaron Smith got it for two, and we're tied at 2. 8:23 left to play in the first. 2-2 the score, Southern and Mississippi Valley State. Here's Scott Aubert bringing it for the layup on the baseline. She missed it. Back here on this side, here comes Bassett. Bassett with the basketball, long pass on out. And pass on out to Parker. Parker lays it up, no, won't go. Here's a rebound, comes down to Danielle Charles. Charles, pass on out. Alaric Scott. Alaric Scott bringing it in. She got hit by the big number 54 Holman on a block shot. Back down the other side. Valley's going. Shot is no good, but a foul coming from Danielle Charles, number 5. The shot went up by number 4, Christy Parker. Danielle's first personal foul, the second team foul for this quarter. So Christy Parker at the free throw line. First shot is no good. Hit the front of the iron and bounced off. She'll have another shot. Second shot. And that one will not go either. Rebound comes to Tanera Moore. Here comes Danielle Charles. Long pass on out. Alaric Scott on the baseline takes the shot. No. Rebound comes back to Alaric Scott. Thanks to the tip from number 22, Tanera Moore. So Danielle's got the basketball. Danielle trying to drive. Pass it back out to Alaric Scott. Alaric Scott passes it back on out to Coward. It's Scott Aubert, rather. And a double dribble. Actually, they're going to call her travel, Tanera Moore. So Southern turns the ball over anyway with 7:31 left to play in the first. Sloppy start to start off with. Both teams have tied at 2. And here we go. Bassett with the basketball. Looking out on the other side. Gives it on over to number 23, Mosley. Again, they don't have a lot of players playing on this team, and one cut from the lineup. Here's the pass down low. That's going to be a foul on Alaric Scott. Southern's racking up on the foul so far. And that's the first foul for Alaric Scott, but the third team foul this quarter. And going to the free throw line, number 54, Jasmine Hallman. Hallman is a 6'1 junior from Augusta, Georgia. She averages 2.3 points per ball game. Her first shot is good. And with that, that's now 1 for 3 from the free throw line for the Valley Devilettes. Tanera Moore comes out of the ball game. And Jade Towner will come in. Here's the second shot in. And Valley has their first lead of the ball game. It's 4-2. Full court press coming from the Devilettes. And Alaric Scott comes down to get it. Pass across the timeline to Aubert. Aubert thought about taking it. Coward's got the ball. Now gives it back to Danielle Charles. And Charles will reset the offense. 7-minute mark coming up. Southern down 4-2. Pass on out to Alaric Scott. She gives it right on up to Towner. Now here's a three-point shot by Aubert. She got it. Schuyler with her first basket of the ball game. It's a big one. It's a 3, and Southern regains the lead 5-4. Pass on down to the other end with a full court press coming from Southern right now. Here we go. With it is Parker. Parker can't do anything with it. Pass it back on out to Bassett. Bassett trying to find something. Right there just on the line, on the three-point line, on the top of the key. Cannot hit it. Here's a pass on out to Aubert. Aubert didn't look for the shot. She's right in front of the Devilette bench. Gets it back to Danielle Charles. Charles driving. Charles takes the, big slap right there by Hallman, number 54. Hallman's big body, 6'1" junior from Augusta. And a couple of players coming in the ball game for, actually 3 players coming in for Valley. Number 11, Darkus. Let's see, number 5, Ward. 54, Hallman comes out. And Kayla Williams makes her debut. Coming out of the ball game is number 11, Rashanti Coward. Southern with 14 seconds on the shot clock, up by the score 5-4. Pass on out to Williams. Again, they got to remember they only got 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Alaric Scott to Danielle Charles, down low to Williams. Williams on the baseline, thought about doing it. No, 5 seconds on the shot clock, 5 seconds. They pass it, and Williams threw the ball away, right down to the paint. I don't know why they want to pass it down to the paint when they've got most of the 2 teams in the paint. It's always crowded in the paint. Throw it out. Here's a shot from the free throw line, missed by number 11, Darkus. And they're going to call a late foul. I believe they're going to call it on 34, which would be Smith. And that is her first personal foul and the first team foul. Brittany Rose checks in the ball game for the Lady Jaguars. Coming out of the ball game is Skylar Aubert.
Checking in for Valley, number 54, Jasmine Hallman.
And Lyric Scott will inbound the basketball to Danielle Charles, and Charles will walk the ball down the court. And Charles playing a little longer than usual. Usually she's very quick to be pulled out and let Coco come in the ball game. Courtney Parsons. Pass on Lyric Scott on the other side. Scott with the basketball, cross dribble, couldn't get around it. Now she tried again. She lost the handle on the ball, got it back again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now she's losing the ball. Pass on back out to Rose. Brittany Rose, top of the key, 3-point shot. Got it. I had a feeling that shot was going in. You can tell she just wanted it. 8-4 the score. Southern up by 4 here with 5:16 left to play in the first quarter. Valley's got the basketball again. That's Mosley. Back on the other side out to Ward. Ward on this side out to number 11, Darkus. Darkus lost the handle of it, put it back up, missed it. Rebound comes down to Southern. Towner with a rebound. Comes down hard with it over Williams, her own teammate. So, Danielle Charles with the basketball, and the Ashley Walker Johnson, the first-year coach for Valley, is saying something to the referee. Turnaround shot won't go from Towner. Towner was right there 3 feet from the goal and just couldn't get it to fall in. 8-4 the score with 4:40 left to play in the first. Southern on top by 4. Down on the other side, number 54, Holman, comes back in the ball game. Back on this side, here's Miss Bassett. Bassett with the basketball on the near side. Tried to drive to get something. Down the other side, wide open shot for Darkus, but she didn't take it. Back on pass on out to Mosley. Mosley's trying to take it in over Williams. No, but she's going to be fouled. And it'll be number 35, Williams, Southern Lab product, guilty of her first personal foul. And that is the 4th team foul for Southern. And we have got a timeout of the ball game. 4:19 left to play in the first. Southern on top 8-4. Back after this timeout. 60 seconds on the Southern University Radio Network.
Southern University offers students a robust academic portfolio across various disciplines, including in-demand programs like education or mass communication, producing a number of thriving broadcasts, print, journalism, and public relations professionals. Many of the university programs have been nationally ranked and recognized, like those in healthcare, business, and engineering. In fact, Southern has produced 90% of the African American engineers in the state of Louisiana, placing multiple graduates in positions across the country. Students in agriculture are working side by side with professionals to combat food deserts and more. Along with these programs, Southern's law program is widely known for producing a number of notable politicians and government leaders nationwide. Southern University not only offers an unmatched college experience and family culture, but a high-quality education to equip each individual for professional success. We are Southern.
.419 left to play here in the first quarter of the SWAC basketball tournament here at the F.G. Clark Activity Center on the campus of Southern University. The men's team today taking on Texas Southern. They've ended up being the number 7 seed, and they're going to be battling the Texas Southern Tigers, who they beat in the last regular season game of the year. At the free throw line, number 23, Mosley, Desiree Mosley. Her first shot is in. And that's how that's keeping them in the ball game, is at the free throw line. They have 1 field goal in the ball game, and they have 3 points via free throw. Here's the second shot, won't go. Williams gets down the rebound. 8-5 the score with 4:16 left to play in the first quarter. Southern on top here at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. All right, now Southern's got the basketball. Here's Brittany Rose with a three-point shot. Almost had her second one of the ballgame. McWayne tried to get the rebound but couldn't do it. Southern University shooting at 38% from the field. Here's the shot. Three-point shot will not fall. Number 23, Mosley, tries to put it back up. Can't do it. Rebound again comes down to Towner for Southern. Like I said, this team is very small, very short. Here's McWayne, brings it down. Nope, hits the bottom of the back of the goal. Going to say it's out of bounds by Hallman. They're intimidated by Hallman. You cannot beat Hallman. McWayne should have took it. It's like she wanted to do a reverse layup, but she ended up hitting it underneath the goal and the ball went out of bounds, but luckily it touched a Valley player. So with that, Danielle Charles will inbound the basketball with 20 on the shot clock. Brittany Rose back with the basketball. Baseline shot. Nope. Hit the back of the backboard. Can't go. Ball's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Southern with only 14 seconds to shoot. Southern leading it 8-5. I have Aubert with a three-pointer. Also Brittany Rose with a three. And Coward with a two. That makes up Southern's scoring right now. Here's a pass on to McWayne on the inbound. 13 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Oh, that's a big-time foul. That's going to be a foul on Valley. A push, number 11, Darkus, pushed Towner down. So Darkus with her first personal foul, only the second team foul. And Southern will get a fresh 30 and a shot to get the ball underneath their own goal. Back in the ball game is number 4, Christy Parker. She's the leading scorer on the team with 10.9 points per ball game. Here's the inbound. Long pass on out to Towner. Towner to Dania Charles. Charles almost had it knocked away from her and gets it all the way in the backcourt. But gets it back again, and here we go. Dania Charles gives it to Towner. Boy, Valley's defense playing pretty intense today. Here's the shot. Again, Dania Charles blocked by number 54, Hallman. Hallman's got like 2 blocks in the ball game. Here's the layup. They're going to say she traveled. Nope. Number 23, Mosley traveled. It's not the NBA. You can't take 3 steps. And, boy, I tell you, Ashley Walker-Johnson is very upset right now. First-year head coach. Coming in the ball game, number 34, Nyla Smith, 6'2 junior from Memphis, Tennessee, averages 2.3 points per ball game coming in for Valley. Right now on the floor for Southern will be Scotta Aubert. Also will be Towner. In fact, Scotta Aubert right now just came in the ballgame for Diane Charles. She is the point guard. Brittany Rose, a lyric correction. It's and a rebound comes down. For Southern, it's 22, Tanera Moore and Towner. That's the 5 players we got for Southern right now. So here the ball game is Bassett. Bassett with the basketball for Valley. Valley on the other side. Pass on this side. Out to Ward. Ward being guarded by Moore. Takes the shot on the baseline. Moore blocked it. And the referee's right in front of me, so I couldn't see. It looks like it's out of bounds off of Southern. Good block right there by Tanera Moore. And here's the snap of the ball to the inbound. Long pass on out is good to Mosley. Mosley brings it up, takes the shot, blocked by Brittany Rose. So Southern gets the basketball anyway after the shot clock is 0. Aubert has the ball to the top, and Aubert will be the point guard. She did that in her early years. That's kickball. That's a kickball. Boy, that was a late kickball call. Referee was watching it right here, and he didn't call it. He was right on top of it. Rashada Coward comes to the ball game. Towner will come out. And here's the inbound. Brittany Rose will inbound it to Scotta Aubert. Aubert. Pass on out of the elbow to Tanera Moore. She didn't take it. Rose now, fake pump, takes the 3-point shot. No. Rebound Moore, puts it back up. Yes. Tanera Moore with her first 2 of the ball game, and Southern now increases their lead 10-5. It's her first field goal in a while. 1:43 left to play in the first. And now we've got a charge called on Valley. And it was away from the ball. It's on number 34. That's Nyla Smith. That's her second personal foul of the ball game. And still only the 3rd team foul. Southern will get the basketball up 10-5 with 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. And here's the inbound pass coming to Scotta Aubert. Aubert with the basketball as Rose comes on this side. Aubert with the basketball, trying to get it to McWayne. She does on the baseline. McWayne couldn't do anything with it. Back to Moore. Pass onside. Can't do anything with it. It's Coward. Here's a long three-point shot. Will not fall for Scott Aubert. Rebound comes down to Bassett. 5'5" players, probably the shortest person on the team. Here's the shot from the elbow from Ward. Won't go. Rebound comes down to, it looked like it was knocked out of bounds by Valley, but they're going to say it's off Southern. Coming in the ball game, number 10, Ronna Williams, 5'9" freshman from Memphis, Tennessee. She'll replace Sydney Ward. So Parker will inbound the basketball for Valley. 10-5 the score. Also, Lyric Scott coming back in the ball game. Brittany Rose will come out. And now here's a snap of the ball to the inbound with a fresh 30 for the Devilettes. Pass down low. Here's the turnaround shot, and it won't fall for number 54, Hallman. She's not a good shooter, but she's a good defensive player. She blocked some shots. Now a steal by Bassett. And here comes Bassett with the layup. Rashani Coward can't do anything about it. It scores. That's her first bucket of the ball game, and all of a sudden it's a 10-7 game with 51 seconds left in the first. Nothing to brag about this first quarter. Both teams filling each other out. Here's a three-point shot from McWayne. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Valley, but it was out of bounds. So with that, Southern will get it with a fresh 30 underneath their own goal. Dania Charles will come back in the ball game. Number 11, Coward, will come out. Coco Parsons yet to come in. Coco Parsons averages 7.1 points per ball game. Don't know if it's a sickness or a discipline. With these, sometimes these kids, we're all kids. There's a three-point shot in by Scott Aubert. That's her second three in the ball game. 13-7 the score. 30 seconds left in the ball game, or in the first period. Here's a shot down low. Good layup by number 4, Christy Parker. First two of the ball game. So Valley comes back quickly down the court and answers. It's now 13-9. Southern with a chance for the last shot at 15 seconds. Shot clock is off. Game clock is 9 seconds. Pass on out to Aubert. Southern's got to get it going. 6 seconds. Here's Lyric Scott. Lyric Scott got to do it. 3 seconds. Pass on out. They're not going to get it. Long pass by Aubert. That's too many passes. When you got 5 seconds left, you can't keep passing the ball like that, and with that, they don't get a shot off. So with the end of the first period, it's 13-9. Southern on top of Valley. Back after this timeout in the first round of the SWAC tournament 2019 of the Southern University Radio Network.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Louisiana Healthcare Connections is more than Medicaid. Whether you're trying to raise healthy kids or need health coverage for yourself, it helps to have good Louisiana folks on your side. Louisiana Healthcare Connections, connecting you to quality healthcare.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye? That when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line?
On 7th seed, Southern University. Right now for Southern University, they're shooting at 26% from the field, 5 out of 19. 3 for 9 from downtown at 33%. 2 of those 3 pointers come from Scott Aubert. For the Devilettes, they're shooting 3 out of 15 for 20% from the field. So here we go to start the second period. 13-9 the score. Valley is down to our Southern Lady Jaguars. With the basketball is Bassett. Gets it on over to number 13, Smith. Smith driving down for the layup. Missed it. Big number 54 pulls the rebound down. Can't get it to go. Hallman. And Southern comes down with Tanera Moore with a rebound. Down on the other side, Lyric Scott. Pass back on out to Dania Charles. Pass wide open. McWayne by herself on the baseline. Bounced in and out. Missed it. Tanera Moore gets the rebound. Boy, she is a hustler. Throws the ball, and it is out of bounds. Oh, no. Oh, that should be on Southern. That should be Southern's basketball. And Coach is talking about the same thing I'm talking about. I'd like to see their instant replay on that one. I don't believe that one at all. That ball was last tipped, I believe, by Valley. Doesn't matter because play has started, and that's over. And Hallman at the elbow can't do anything with it. Just not looking for that shot for Valley. 13-9 the score, coming up with the 9-minute mark in the first half of action. We're in the second quarter. Here's the layup. Missed it. Number 4. And Parker couldn't get it to fall, but the rebound comes down to Valley. Back on the other side, out to Bassett. Bassett with the basketball, trying to drive around. Bassett, long pass on this side out to Parker. Parker, pass on right there in the middle, right at the top of the key, number 13, Smith. Still can't do anything with it. Mosley now with 11 seconds to shoot. Pass back on out top to Parker. Parker can't do anything with it, but down, she traveled. Number 54, Hallman, with the basketball. She traveled, lost the handle of the ball. It's the only way I think they could say that she kept control. Down low now, travel called against Dania Charles for Southern. All right, so Towner comes back in the ball game, and Tanera Moore, who's struggling tonight, comes out of the ball game. Right now we got McWayne, Scott Obear, Alaric Scott, Dania Charles, and Jaden Towner in the ball game for the Lady Jaguars. Long pass out this side. Valley's got the basketball. Parker's got it. Long pass on this side out to Mosley. Back on top to Ward, who just came back in the ball game. Out to Bassett on the other side. Back out to Ward on the top of the key. Can't do anything with it. Passing the ball around. Parker. Southern's defense very good right now. They're in a 2-3 zone. Here's a three-point shot right here. Missed everything by Bassett. Southern comes down with a rebound. Lyric Scott bringing the ball down the court. Lyric Scott passing on out to Dania Charles. Charles with the basketball. Right in front of the bench of Valley. McWayne on the baseline. Can't do anything with it. Knocked the ball out of bounds. It will be Southern's basketball. Parker last touched it. Southern keeps the basketball. Now Brittany Rose will come back in the ball game, and she will replace McWayne. And Miss Amani McWayne, a 5'7" freshman from Ruston, Louisiana, comes in. Brittany Rose, 5'8" junior from Jackson, Mississippi. And here's the pass back out to Dania Charles. Rose wanted it back. Takes the shot out to Lyric Scott from the baseline. Takes the shot, missed it. Dania Charles pulls down the rebound. Here's Rose, another three-point shot, missed it. Rebound, Alaric Scott, but trying to go back up and out of bounds by Holman. Holman grabbed it right when Alaric Scott was going up to get the tip in. Holman knocked it away. Holman's a good defensive player. I don't know how much minutes she can play, but she's a very good defensive player. Big. And that's going to be a foul called on Valley. That'll be the first one here in this period. See, they're going to call it on 4. Parker. Our first personal foul and the first team foul in this quarter. Here's the inbound, Brittany Rose to Dania Charles. Back out to Rose, back out to Charles, back out to Towner. Towner takes it from the elbow, got it. Jaden Towner with her first 2 of the ball game. It's 15-9 now with 7:27 left to play in the first half. Three-point shot coming from Ward. No. Hit off the back of the iron. Long rebound comes out to 23 Mosley for Valley. So they get the big offensive rebound there, and they got another shot at it. Bassett with the basketball. Give it on over to number 54, Holman. Holman back on out to Mosley. Back on the other side to Bassett. Parker's got the ball now. Parker has only got 2 points. She averages 10.9 per ball game. Parker's trying on this side. 8 seconds to shoot. Takes the shot and missed it. Rebound finally comes down to guess who? Dania Charles. And Rose got the basketball. Long pass on out to Scott Robert, out to Dania Charles, back out to Rose. Rose going to try another 3. She missed it. She made 1, and she's probably 1 for 4. It's going to be a foul on Alaric Scott, and if that's the case, it's her. Oh, then no, I think it won't be Alaric Scott. Yep, Jaden Towner. That's her first, and the first team foul for Southern. Alaric Scott thought it was going to be against her. Danielle Charles comes out of the ball game. Coming in the ball game is Tanera Scott. Also, Lyric Scott coming out of the ball game. And once again, running point is going to be Scott O'Bear. For some reason, Courtney Parsons not playing in the ball game. All right, pass on out. Here we go. Here's the layup in by number 4, Parker. That's her 4th point of the ball game. It's now down to a 4-point game. 6:26 left to play in the first half. 15-11 the score. Southern up by 4. O'Bear with the basketball. She can do guard or she can do point guard. Doesn't matter. She rathers the guard, shooting guard. Here's the shot. Brittany Rose struggling tonight. She missed another shot. Rebound comes down to Valley. Here's Ward with a layup. No. She got intimidated. Good defense by Skylar O'Bear. And O'Bear brings the ball down the court. That was a wide open layup, but O'Bear didn't challenge it, but she thought she would. And missing it is Bassett. Rose here on this side. Long pass on out. And Towner thought about taking a 3, but didn't do it. Down low. Here's at the elbow shot. Coward missed it. Rebound to Tanera Moore. Rebound shot again. Comes down for Coward. She can't find it. Southern just struggling from the field tonight. 5:37 left to play in the first half. 15-11 the score. 4-point game. Here's another layup by Parker, but Parker charged. And good shot by Towner to take the charge. That's the second foul this quarter, too, on Parker. Christy Parker's second foul. That's the second foul of the second quarter, too. And she'll come out of the ball game. So Lyric Scott comes back in the ball game, and Tanera Moore comes out. As Coach Funches has given her some talk, as she is a freshman. Remember that. You know what? I don't even see. Courtney Parsons is not even on the bench. Almost throw that ball away. Yeah, I don't see Courtney Parsons not even on the bench. Southern will keep the basketball. I thought I saw her warming up. Here is, pass out of bounds. Scott O'Bear was trying to pass it to Towner and not even close. So Tanera Moore will come back in the ball game, and let's see, Towner will come out. So here come the Lady Jags on defense. Pass back on out. Valley's on offense. And ball goes out of bounds. That's Southern's basketball off number 11, Darkus. So Southern will get the basketball. 5:03 left to play in the first half. It's now 15-11 the score. Southern on top by 4. The men's team will take on Texas Southern tonight. They should have just tipped it off. 7:30. All right. Back here with the basketball is Brittany Rose. Pass on out to Moore. Moore had the ball taken right from her by Bassett. Bassett trying to lay it up. Missed it. And it'll go out of bounds. That looked like it might have been off of Scott O'Bear, but they're going to say it was off of number 3, Sawyers. And we have a timeout in the ball game. 4:45 left to play in the first half. Southern on top by 4, 15-11. Back after the 60-second timeout on the Southern University Radio Network.
It's the IRS game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
From Grambling, Louisiana, final score, Grambling State 72, Texas Southern 61. Grambling State advances.
So Grambling State advances. That was just a score coming out from Chris. Grambling advances. They'll take on the winner of this game between Southern and Valley. And that'll be on Friday.
7:22 left in the first half from Houston, Texas. Southern University men 2, Texas Southern 5.
So the Texas Southern and Southern game has started, and Texas Southern leads at 5-2. 3-point game by the Tigers of Texas Southern. And Southern with the basketball right now, shooting only 23% from the field, 6 out of 26. And they can't do this in the tournament, and that's almost a steal by Ward. They got to be able to shoot better than this in the tournament. All right, with it, Alaric Scott. Can't do anything with it. 8 seconds. Gives it out to Aubert. Aubert's going to have to take a 3-point shot and barely missed it. Good-looking shot. Tanner Moore with the rebound. Alaric Scott comes out with a baseline shot. Missed it. Got her own rebound and threw it off of Valley, but she was stepping on the line. Threw it off the player Sawyers, but she was stepping on the line. So Southern just not playing well at all right now. Danielle Charles comes in for Rashanti Coward. And you can get away with it by playing against Valley. But you can't get away with it by playing the Lady Tigers of Grambling State in the next round, or the Lady Panthers of Prairie View A&M, or the Lady Tigers of Texas Southern. You've got to be, well, the Texas Southern lost tonight, but you've got to be able to play better to advance further into the tournament. Just not a good game tonight right now, at least. Let's see what they'll do in the second half, or at the 3:48 mark in this first half. Here's a 3-point shot right off the back of the iron, will not fall for Ward. Rebound comes down to the Lady Jaguars. Rose has the basketball, and Alaric Scott's going to try a 3-pointer, and she missed it. Rebound comes down again to Valley. Darkus with the rebound, pulls back on the baseline, on the elbow, takes the shot, missed it. Rebound Alaric Scott, gives it out to Rose. And Brittany Rose brings it down, tries to lay it up, nope, but a foul's going to be called, a reach-in foul called on Mississippi Valley State. Bassett was our first personal foul. That's the third team foul this half. But for the first time in the ball game, Southern is going to the free throw line. First trip to the line tonight for the Lady Jaguars. 3:20 left to play in the first half. It's 15-11, Southern on top by 4. Here's her first shot and in. Brittany's got 4 points in the ball game. McWayne comes in the ball game. Aubert will come out. Dania Charles will stay in at point guard. So Rose, one more shot here. And Rose takes another shot at it. She got her first one in, 16-11, and got her second one in. She got 5 in the ball game. 17-11 the score with 3:19 left to play in the first half. Southern on top and have led most of the way. Here's a pass down low. Can't do anything with it for Hallman. She lost the ball. Diane Charles comes up with it. And here come the Lady Jaguars again. Long pass out to McWayne. McWayne on the baseline. And got cut off again. So many times they get cut off, and McWayne, frustrated, gets fouls. Number 54, Hallman. That is her first personal foul. Number 2 team foul this quarter. And Southern goes in the paint, and they get the ball stripped from them almost every time. Every time. Good hands. That's good hands team by Valley. All right, here, and they have the worst defense in the SWAC. Maybe it's the second half, and here's the baseline shot missed by Williams, and here comes the Lady Jags. And for them having a good offense, they're not playing well today. Here's Brittany Rose for a 3-point shot, missed it. Rebound, Alaric Scott puts it back up and in. Alaric Scott for 2, and that's her first 2 of the ball game, and timeout of the ball game. 30-second timeout. Southern leads at 19-11. 8-point game on the Southern University Radio Network.
Watching your son
First
get
and
knocked down.
second dates, #1 in marriages, and over 1 million babies made. Plus the match
Isn't easy, whether it's on the field or in life. But it was the times when life knocked John Gordon down that he learned the value of hard work and getting back up.
So are you nervous, son?
No, we've been practicing hard and staying focused.
Well, that hard work should pay off this season.
I got this, Pops.
People ask me if JG is going to play in college, but he just wants to work hard and win another state championship.
Games for the ladies today Also, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Grambling delayed. Same thing. Texas Southern leads Southern University 6-4 with 15:44 left to play in the first. Later tonight, Alabama State will take on Jackson State. March Madness, baby. This is what it's all about. All tournaments today will give you updated at the halftime. 2:25 left to play in the first half here. Southern on top, 19-11. Valley with the basketball now. With it back is Mosley. Mosley on this side out to Bassett. Bassett with the basketball. Pass on out to Mosley again. Mosley gives it right on to the big player, number 54, Holman, and she couldn't do anything with it. She gets fouled. So the foul will be on Southern. They're going to call it on number 5, Dania Charles, her second. That's her second, and that is the third foul this quarter. So back to the line is Holman. Holman's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. She made that one. Or correction, she is 2 for 4. Now make it 3 for 5. And here's her second shot. And she missed that one. Lyric Scott pulled the rebound down. And number 23, Mosley, came down to the floor hard, and she was wondering for the ref, where was that foul? Didn't get it. Charles back to Aubert. 3-point shot by Aubert. Looked good. Bounced off the top of the backboard, and it will be Valley's ball. 19-12 the score. Southern up by 7 with 1:57 left to play until halftime. At the half, we'll have our scores all around the SWAC, and the state of Louisiana is tournament time all over. We'll take a look at that all coming up right here at the half. And have our first half analysis of this basketball game. Bassett with the basketball with 1:44 left to play in the first half. 15 on the shot clock. At the elbow, pass on back on out to Smith. Smith twisting and turning, tries to take the shot, won't get it. Rebound on the floor, comes out to number 54, Hallman. They got a fresh 30, and the ball will go out of bounds off of number 10, Williams. Good defense by Southern. And the Jaguars, Lady Jaguars, will have the basketball back. Brittany Rose will come in the ball game, and Dania Charles will come out. Means that Skylar Aubert will be the point guard. Jaden Towner will inbound the basketball, and here comes Skylar Aubert, number 4. Brings the ball down the court, pass it on past the mid-court pass. Here's Towner, bounce pass to Lyric Scott. Lyric Scott, that's going to be a charge on Lyric Scott. Lyric on the baseline, too hard. That's her second personal foul of the ball game. And that is the third team foul for Southern. Oh, that's 4. That's right. That's 4. McQueen's got a foul this half. Charles, Scott, and now also Towner. 4 fouls, 1 more, and it'll be bonus time for Valley. Lyric Scott comes back out of the ball game with 2 fouls. Going to end the ball game. Rashante Coward comes back in it. And here comes Bassett with the basketball. Bringing the ball down. Guarded by Aubert. Bassett with the basketball. Can't do anything with it. 1:09 left to play in the ball game. Good shot by Bassett, who had a wide open lane for the goal, but she passed it on up for a 3-point shot. Rebound comes down to Hallman. She had a wide open shot for a layup, and she just passed it up. And here's the shot. Missed it right there by Bassett. Ball will go out of bounds off of number 54, Hallman. And Southern will have the basketball. Lady Jags lead at 19-12 with 52.2 seconds left. Good crowd here for a Tuesday night. First round of the SWAC basketball tournament. Winner of this game goes on to Birmingham, Alabama to take on the Grambling State Lady Tigers. And if it's Southern, that's a rematch of last year's championship in the tournament. And McQueen threw the ball right into the scorer's table. And turns the ball over. So Southern will get back on defense. And here we go. With the basketball is number 10, Williams. We're having online problems here and also stat problems here. Valley's got the basketball, but they turn the ball over. And Aubert with the basketball at point guard. And plenty of time, 18 seconds left. Shot clock is off. So Aubert with the basketball. Brings the ball right to the top, 8 seconds left. Pass on out to Rose. Somebody's going to take it, 5 seconds left. Rose on the baseline, throws the ball away. They're just not thinking right. That's it. You're trying to move with 8 seconds left. That's too little time. Then you throw the ball over to Rose in the corner. Then Rose is cut off. And at that point, then what happens is that you've got 3 seconds left. And then 2 seconds into the end. So hopefully that will come back. 19-12 the score. That's halftime now. And we'll be back with all of our stats and all of our scores and stuff at halftime. Coming up right here on the Southern University Radio Network.
Southern University offers students a robust academic portfolio across various disciplines, including in-demand programs like education or mass communication, producing a number of thriving broadcasts, print, journalism, and public relations professionals. Many of the university programs have been nationally ranked and recognized, like those in healthcare, business, and engineering. In fact, Southern has produced 90% of the African American engineers in the state of Louisiana, placing multiple graduates in positions across the country. Students in agriculture are working side by side with professionals to combat food deserts and more. Along with these programs, Southern's law program is widely known for producing a number of notable politicians and government leaders nationwide. Southern University not only offers an unmatched college experience and family culture, but a high-quality education to equip each individual for professional success. We are Southern.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fouger today.
Louisiana Healthcare Connections is more than Medicaid. Whether you're trying to raise healthy kids or need health coverage for yourself, it helps to have good Louisiana folks on your side. Louisiana Healthcare Connections, connecting you to quality healthcare.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
Watching your son get knocked down isn't easy, whether it's on the field or in life. But it was the times when life knocked John Gordon down that he learned the value of hard work and getting back up.
So are you nervous, son?
No, we've been practicing hard and staying focused.
Well, that hard work should pay off this season.
I got this, Pops.
People ask me if JG is going to play in college, but he just wants to work hard and win another state championship.
Values like this, hard work and getting back up, what we taught our kids are the same values we believe in at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys.
Call 888-8888.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
The first time I ever walked into a Walk-Ons, I looked around and I said, if I were ever to create my own sports bar, it would be just like this. I mean, you walk in and it's almost this game day atmosphere, but then you begin to taste the food. I think the food certainly separates us from any other sports bar concept there could be out there.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
Walk-Ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit ololrmc.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
Welcome to the Multiplier Games. Multiply your winnings. 5 times. 10 times. 20 times. 50 times. Win up to $200,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
Grand Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Moving Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $27,990.
With Power Group Backup Camera, Keyless Entry, and Uconnect.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
Turn on Baton Rouge's #1 station, Q106.5.
Baton Rouge, wake up to the capital city's favorite morning team, Sybil J and me, the Fly Job. This is Tom Joyner, inviting you to wake up to the Tom Joyner Morning Show, weekdays on Baton Rouge's #1 radio station, Q106.5.
Baby, tonight, the night we lose control. Baby, tonight.
Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B, Max 94.1. It's Ricky Smiley in the morning and the hottest new music first, guaranteed. Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B is Max 94.1.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Hot dogs.
Chili dog.
No, Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice-cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day.
Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke.
It's Tailgate 101.
Turn on Baton Rouge's inspiration station, WXOK, Heaven 1460 AM. More music, more inspiration throughout your day. Baton Rouge's inspiration station is WXOK, Heaven 1460 AM.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Hey, they're hungry, and you're tasty. This is what you were made for. It's game time, baby.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. When you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your tows.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us. To look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Get them now at Salvation Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram in Baton Rouge.
The SWAC is back in Birmingham, March 15th and 16th for the 2019 Toyota SWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championship. The action is back at the Magic City. Don't miss your chance at being a part of SWAC history as 8 teams battle it out to punch their ticket to the big dance. Come be a part of the SWAC family on March 15th and 16th. Don't miss the 2019 Toyota SWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Get your tickets at swac.org/Toyota SWAC Tournament.
Southern University offers students a robust academic portfolio across various disciplines, including in-demand programs like education or mass communication, producing a number of thriving broadcasts, print, journalism, and public relations professionals. Many of the university programs have been nationally ranked and recognized, like those in healthcare, business, and engineering. In fact, Southern has produced 90% of the African American engineers in the state of Louisiana, placing multiple graduates in positions across the country. Students in agriculture are working side by side with professionals to combat food deserts and more. Along with these programs, Southern's law program is widely known for producing a number of notable politicians and government leaders nationwide. Southern University not only offers an unmatched college experience and family culture, but a high-quality education to equip each individual for professional success. We are Southern.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Louisiana Healthcare Connections is more than Medicaid. Whether you're trying to raise healthy kids or need health coverage for yourself, it helps to have good Louisiana folks on your side. Louisiana Healthcare Connections, connecting you to quality healthcare.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Life is about moments.
3 out of 15 from downtown at 20%. 2 of those shots came from Skylar Aubert. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. They're tied with Valley in the paint at 4-4, but bench points only 7-0, but Southern does lead that. Here's a layup by Dania Charles. She missed it. Also, Southern is allowing 9 offensive rebounds for the Delta Valley, who's a very small basketball team. 22 total rebounds for Valley. Southern is out rebounding them 34-22. We start off with a foul. Southern had 2 shots to make it, couldn't do it. I believe they call that foul. They will on Tanera Moore, number 22 for Southern. That is her first personal foul of the ball game. Valley will get the ball with a fresh 30 inside. Their own side of the floor. 19-12 the score. 7-point game, Southern on top. Men team right now, it's 19-16. Texas Southern over Southern University. Here's a 3-point shot in. No, they can call it 2. Her foot was on the line. Number 13, Aaron Smith. It's her foot was just on the line. It's her 4th point of the ball game. It's 19-14. So Valley starts off with the first 2 in the ball game, and now they got to get across that timeline. Ball's knocked out on this side, right in front of us at the scores table. Knocked out of bounds by number 23, Mosley. And Southern will keep the basketball on this side, and a timeout being called by Funchess. Funchess is not happy with his basketball team. So it becomes a 60-second timeout. We'll take it right here. 19-14, Southern on top by 5 with the Southern University Radio Network.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
Now Southern has not scored yet. And we haven't played a minute yet, but they just hadn't scored yet. But Coach Funchess is not happy with his team. 5:01 left to play in the first half at Texas Southern. Right now, the men's basketball team down 25-18 in the quarterfinal rounds of the SWAC tournament. Opening rounds of the tournament. Winners go on to Birmingham from this round. Dania Charles has the basketball. Pass on pass to Lyric Scott. Lyric Scott takes it back and gives it to Aubert. Aubert with the basketball. Back to Lyric Scott. Back to Aubert. 4 on the shot clock. And Charles going to have to take the shot and missed it. That's a shot clock violation anyway. Missed everything on that one. And with that, Valley will have the basketball. So they will inbound the ball. Still Southern just don't have it tonight. They had it in the first half, didn't have it in the first half, and don't have it again this half. Back with the basketball is Bassett. 19-14 the score with 8:37 left to play in the third quarter. And like I mentioned earlier, too, they cannot do this against Grambling. They're going to have to play better. Grambling did win over Texas Southern. They will advance to the tournament to take on the winner of this game right here. That'll be on Friday. We'll have that game for you right here on the network. Here's a three-point shot right at the buzzer. Missed it by number 23, Mosley. That's going to be out of bounds off of number 22, Tanera Moore. So Valley will get the basketball. Jaden Towner will come back in the ball game. And right now, just everything they're trying to do is just try to get someone in here who will spark this basketball team. Coward comes out of the ball game. Towner comes back in. Courtney Parsons is sitting right next to Coach Pugh. She has not come in the ball game at all today. Don't know if it's illness, injury, what's going on. She is the second point guard. She's a senior, too, so she'd be playing. With the basketball is Mosley. Mosley. Bounce pass on top to Smith. Can't do anything with it. Back down. And that goes out of bounds. A turnover of Valley. Right off Mosley, number 23. Went right out of bounds. So Southern will get the basketball. And Valley starts off 2-0 in this half. And we played over 2 minutes of the ball game so far. Southern has not scored a field goal yet. Back on the other side to Scott O'Bear here from the elbow shot. Missed it. Towner could not get it to fall. That went in and bounced right out. Ball was almost halfway down the sack. And with the ball is Parker. Parker twisting and turning. Takes the shot. Missed it, but she's fouled. And is it number 4? Fouling number 4. It looks like it is. O'Bear, number 4. Our number 4. Fouling number 4, Christy Parker. She'll go to the free throw line, and she'll shoot 2. 25-18 the scores. Texas Southern over Southern in the first for the men's side. Here's the first shot. Missed. Still 19-14. Southern up by 5 with a 7:29 mark. And she'll get her second shot coming up right here. And she made that one. She's got 5 in the ball game. And it's now 19-15, 4-point game for the Lady Jaguars. Pass on this side of Lyric Scott. Ball was tipped up in the air, and it's Dania Charles who has the basketball now across the midcourt stripe. Pass on out. Here's Towner with baseline shot in. That's her second field goal of the ball game. She's got 4. It's 21-15. Foul's going to be called on Tanera Moore, number 22, down on the other side. That's her second. And both of those have come this half. That's the third team foul of the quarter. So fresh 30 for Valley. 7:08 left to play in the third. Long pass. She's going to throw it away. Right out of bounds. Southern will get the basketball. As Mosley threw that ball right across the floor, nobody was there where she threw it, and it went right out of bounds. So Southern Lady Jaguars will get the ball again, looking for their first field goal of the second half. Had got it, and we played nearly 3 minutes of the ball game. Right now, 3 minutes we played. Long pass down Rose, out to Lyric Scott. She got it. Now, Lyric Scott with her 4th point of the ball game, and finally that's in. 23-15 the score. Southern back up on top by 8 points. With the basketball is Bassett. Bassett with the basketball, looking around. Pass on the other side out to Smith. Smith gives it back on to Parker. Parker trying to drive. Doesn't do it. Ball taken away by Tanera Moore. Good shot right into Towner's hands. Here comes Lyric Scott down to Moore. Had it slapped back. Got it again and scored. Tanera Moore with 4. She didn't give up. She had the ball slapped away first of all. Then she got it again, and Southern on a 4-0 run. 25-15 with 6:17 left to play here in the third. Williams will come in on the next whistle. Pass on here to Parker on this side. Parker with the basketball. Can't do anything with it for Valley. Being cut off by Rose. The Southern in a man-to-man defense right now. That's going to be a charge call to number 34, legal pick, Nyla Smith. That's number 3 on her, and she'll probably have to come out of the ball game, and she will. 3 other players coming in. Ward will come in back. Also big number 54, Holland, and number 11, Darkus. Meanwhile, for Southern, Tanera Moore comes out of the ball game, and Williams comes back in. Kaylin Williams, a 6'1 freshman from Baton Rouge in Southern Labs. She has a great shot. She is a sweet-looking motion when she shoots, but if she keeps working, she's going to be a good player for Southern. Then you have Charles with the basketball. And bounce pass over to Williams. Williams has the ball almost taken away from her, but she held on to it. And thrown out to Dania Charles. Charles missed it. Turnover. Here's the layup in by number 11. That is Darkus, his first 2 of the ball game. And now it's a 25-17 game as the 4-0 run is over. McWilliams now to another turnover. McWilliams had the ball go right through her hands now. No, that's up and down. That's up and down. That's going to be, they're going to call it a jump ball. It'll be Southern's no, it'll be Valley's ball. And right now, Southern just out of it as Rose and Williams kind of jabbering off each other right now and saying, no, you're supposed to be here and you're supposed to be there. You don't see that very often. You can tell this team is frustrated. They lost to Prairie View A&M on last Thursday, did beat Texas Southern on Saturday to win the SWAC outright. Here's a pass out to Brittany Rose. Rose on this side. Bouncing. Takes the short jumper. Got it. That's 7 in the ball game for Rose. Back to a 10-point game now. 27-17. That's matches their largest lead of the ball game. Pass back out to Bassett at the top. And Bassett looking around. Pass on this side out to Mosley. Back out to number 54, Hallman. Back out to Bassett on the other side. Now pass on out to Ward. 4th three-point shot. It's off. You can tell when she had it. Rebound comes down to number 24, Jaden Towner. And here comes Lyric Scott. Scott behind her back. Pass on out to Dania Charles in the front. Pass on out to Towner. Towner with a three-point shot. Off the mark. Won't go. Williams gets the rebound. Long pass out to Charles. And then reset the offense with a fresh 30. 27-17 with 4:25 left to play in the first half, or the third quarter, I should say. Southern University on top, and they've led most of the way. Winner of this game takes on the Lady Tigers of Grambling State in the semifinal round on Friday. Here's the pump fake. Shot won't go in for Brittany Rose. Long pass down the other side for Valley. And it's going to be a foul called on Dania Charles, number 5. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. And with only, well, you really got 3 point guards on the team. Courtney Parsons is not playing. Then you've got Dania Charles. And then the 3rd one would be Skylar Aubert. She may have to come in the ball game. Time out of the ball game. 60-second timeout here. Southern on top by 10, 27-17 on the Southern University Radio Network.
Watching your son get knocked down isn't easy, whether it's on the field or in life. But it was the times when life knocked John Gordon down that he learned the value of hard work and getting back up.
So are you nervous, son?
No, we've been practicing hard and staying focused.
Well, that hard work should pay off this season.
I got this, Pops.
People ask me if JG is going to play in college, but he just wants to work hard and win another state championship.
Values like this, hard work and getting back up, what we taught our kids are the same values we believe in at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys.
Call 888-8888.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
The first time excitement here from the student section. And right now, 27-17 the score. Lady Jacks on top by 10 over Mississippi Valley State right now for the men's team. Texas Southern leading Southern 31-21 with 3:15 left to play in the first. And if Southern men were to win that game, they would move on to Birmingham, Alabama for the semifinal round of the SWAC tournament. And they would play against the winner out of Jackson State and Alabama State. Southern has already know who their opponent's going to be. If they win this game, it'll be Grambling State. Lady Tigers won today, and that would be a rematch of the SWAC championship tournament game last year. At the free throw line is Mosley. Her first shot is in. And Mosley has 2 points in the ball game. For Valley, they're shooting right now 6 out of 11 from the free throw line. And here's the second shot coming from Mosley. And she made both. That's 3 in the ball game for her. It's 27-19. Back to an 8-point game now. 4 minutes left to play here in the third. Southern on top. They've led most of the way. Lady Jags with the basketball. Skylar Bear with it. Down to McWayne, who comes in the ball game. Alana McWayne. Back out to McWayne on this side. She's going to take the short jumper from the baseline. They've missed everything. Got the bottom of the net. That's it. Rebound came down to Mosley for Valley. Valley has the basketball. Passed on down low, and here's the shot. Missed by number 54, Hallman. She is not a good offensive player, and it shows. Here's the layup down. She made it. That's her fifth point of the ball game, and that's a 4-0 run for the Delta Devils. 27-21. 6-point game. Here's Brittany Rose on the other side, right in front of the Southern bench. Takes it from the baseline, made it. She has got a sweet stroke when she takes the shot. That's 9 in the ball game for her. Back to an 8-point game, 29-21. 3 minutes coming up left in the third. Here's the layup in by number 23, Mosley. She's got 5 of the ball game. So 29-23, trading baskets back and forth now. Here's Rose. Pass on out to Towner. Back on out to Aubert, and Aubert will set up the offense as point guard. Bounce pass out. Here's Rose for a 3-point shot. No. Rebound comes down to Moore. Pass it on out to Towner. She falls down and she throws the ball away. I don't know if she fell on number 1 Bassett foot, but that's 2. Tanera Moore also fell down, but she luckily passed the ball away to a Southern player, and then right after that, they fell again. Down low, Hall is going to do anything with it. Hallman, here's a 3-point shot off the front of the iron. Hallman trying to get the rebound, and that should be a foul. Who are they going to say it on? That's going to be out of bounds, they're going to say, off of Valley. Off of number 54, Hallman. She is only, for big players, she has no fouls in the ball game. But she's not a big offensive player. She averages only 2.3 points per ball game, but she has 2 blocks in the ball game. Make that, 2 blocks. Thought so. 2 blocks in the ball game. Just looked on the stat sheet. All right, Rose got the basketball for Southern. Back out to Skylar Aubert. 2:11 left to play in the third. 18 on the shot clock. Rose back out onto Aubert. Aubert bounced pass to Moore, had to take it away from her. Long pass on out to Bassett. Bassett shot in. Look, I tell you, that's 4 in the ball game for Bassett, and they're not going anywhere. It's a 4-0 run again for the Delta Devils, 29-25. And it's a 4-point game. 1:47 left. Here's Rose. Rose threw the ball away. And, boy, the Devils, who have the last place defense, is playing better defense right now than they have all year long. And a substitution coming in for the Devilettes, number 13, Aaron Smith, a starter averaging 6.6 per ball game. She's back in the ball game. And the Devilettes with a chance to go on a 6-0 run. 29-25. Or actually, they're on a 6-0 run now to be an 8-0 run. We have a foul call against the Lady Jags, and will it be on Moore? Yes. Tanera Moore with her third, and all 3 fouls for Moore have come this quarter, this half. At the free throw line now is Aaron Smith. That is the 5th team foul for Southern, and bonus time now. And spins the ball, takes the shot, and she made it. That's Smith's 5th point of the ball game. It's a 7-0 run for Southern. 3-point game, 29-26, Southern over Valley. But Valley's getting closer and closer. If they make this, it's an 8-0 run. Shot is in. And Southern better figure something out. 8-0 run. It's a 2-point game, 29-27. And here's the snap of the ball to the inbound. Somebody's got to step up for Southern. Alaric Scott pass on the other side. Back out to Charles. Charles has 3 fouls in the ball game. On this side of the baseline, back out to Scott. Scott faked everybody out by trying to pass it on to Rose. Didn't do it. 16 on the shot clock. 1:13 left to play in the third. Tried to pass it down again in the lane, and it was turned over, and that's going to be a jump ball, Southern's basketball, with 29 seconds left on the shot clock. So Southern basically gets a new shot clock. It's just, you can't pass the ball like that when you've got 3 Valley players down there on 1 player in Rashati Coward. You got to be smarter than that. It's just not flowing. This is maybe the worst game I've seen Southern play all year. So let's see. The official is talking to somebody over there on the other side. We have an alternate official for a tournament game, and I think they're going to look at the instant replay. And we'll have an opportunity to look at the instant replay as well. 1:06 left to play here in the third. It's 29-27. And let's see if they're seeing.
Walked into a walk-ons. I looked around and I said, if I were ever to create my own sports bar, it would be just like this. I mean, you walk in and it's almost this game day atmosphere, but then you begin to taste the food. I think the food certainly separates us from any other sports bar concept there could be out there.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge.
He reset it, and it shouldn't have been reset. So it's an 11-second shot clock. Halftime, Texas Southern leading Southern by 11 points, 36-25 at halftime. So hopefully Southern can play better in the second half for the men and come back and win that basketball game. Danielle Charles with the basketball, gives it on out to Rose. Brittany Rose, 6 seconds. Here's Coward, 11, got to shoot, 3 seconds. Rose with a 3-point shot, missed it. Rebound comes down to Valley, number 54, Holman. 29-27, 2-point game. Chance to tie or take the lead with a tray is Mississippi Valley State. And if they take a 3, the band and the cheerleaders that are here and their fans will go crazy. And Southern is just not playing very good at all tonight. They're lucky they're still leading. Here's a long pass out, a 3-point shot. Got it. I told you. That 3-point shot by Williams. That's a lead, 30-29, as Valley leads now over Southern University. Pass on out. Here's Charles, 13 to shoot. And pass to Alaric Scott. Alaric Scott, 8 seconds. Pass back out. Here's a 3-point shot by Rose. No. Rebound by Moore. She tries to take it out. Here's Danielle Charles with a 3. No. And we're at the end of the third. Wow. Valley leading at 30-29 in a shocker right here from the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Back after this 60-second timeout. This is the final round of the SWAC basketball tournament on the Southern University Radio Network.
Hi. It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary. I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary. Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
Welcome to the Multiplier Games. Multiply your winnings 5 times.
11-0 run over Southern, and that's why they lead at 30-29 here as we start the final quarter of this ball game. The winner of this game goes on to Birmingham, Alabama in the semifinal round, and Southern University has just got to play better. All 3 quarters have just not been the way they play basketball. So hopefully they're going to come out at some point and play better. They're only shooting 5 out of 17 this half for 29%. But in the first half, they shot 7 out of 33 for 21%. So it's not much better. They're just all game long, they're just not shooting very well. Parker's got the basketball, and she threw it right away and intended for Holman. And that is the 14th turnover for Valley. Southern has 18 turnovers in the ball game. That's a big, big factor. 18 turnovers in the ball game. You don't usually see that. And against the last place team in defense. But this team offensively is 4th in the conference, and we're talking about Mississippi Valley State. Danielle Charles with the basketball. Southern down 30-29. Lyric Scott's going to try a three-pointer in front of the Southern bench, and she nails it. That's 7 in the ball game for Lyric Scott with a big three. 32-30. Southern back up by 2. Shot down low, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be off of Rashati Coward, number 11. Valley will keep the ball with 21 to shoot. 9:19 left to play. Halftime score, Texas Southern leading Southern University men's 36-25. Halftime, 11-point game for Texas Southern. So hopefully Southern can turn it around in the second half. They usually do. Here's Bassett with the basketball for Valley. Lady Jags right now leading it by 2, 32-30. They've led most of the way. Here's Bassett taking it down against Dania Charles. Got cut off. Good defense, Dania Charles. 3 seconds left. Pass it, reverse layup, in. That one goes, I believe, by Parker. Yep. That is 7 in the ball game for Parker, and it's tied at 32 all. 8:50 left to play in the ball game. And traveling called on Scott Aubert. That's the 14th turnover of the ball game. Valley will bring some more players back in the ball game. 2 new players. Also, Jaden Towner coming back in the ball game. She will replace Coward. 32-32, 8:49 left to play in the ball game. Mississippi Valley State and Southern tied here in the quarterfinal round of the SWAC basketball tournament. The winner will go on to take on Grambling State and the Tigers. Pass down low. Good slap away by Lyric Scott. Jane Towner comes up with it, gives it back to Lyric Scott. And Scott lost the handle of the ball. Now she's diving for it. And it's going to be a jump ball. That'll be Valley's ball. No, they're going to say it's Southern's ball. Oh. Yeah, that's right, because of the half. I was about to say, no, it's not. It should be Valley's basketball, but it's not because the start of the fourth quarter. And Funches is yelling about his player being fouled and no call. All right, so here we go. Now the possession arrow changes back to Valley. Dania Charles has the basketball. Out to Lyric Scott. And Lyric Scott had the ball knocked away, but right into the hands of Scott Aubert. Back out to Dania Charles, 9 seconds. Charles gets fouled. Reach-in foul called on number 13, Aaron Smith. That's the first foul on her and the first team foul. They haven't had a lot of fouls at all. That's the 8th total foul they've had in both halves. 8 total team fouls for Valley. That's crazy. The first one coming up this quarter. Lyric Scott will inbound the ball to Dania Charles. Southern with a fresh 30. 8:10 left to play in the ball game. We're tied at 32. 32-32. Dania Charles with the basketball right in front of Coach Funches. Pass on out to Lyric Scott. Scott gives it to Jaden Towner. Back on out to Charles. That's up and down. Traveling violation on Charles. And Charles is looking like she may have sprained an ankle. And she's in pain right now. I don't know if it's a cramp. She's grabbing her feet like it's a cramp. And they've only got 2 point guards on the team right now. And Dania Charles, let's see the scoring right now. Aubert has 6 points. Rose has 9 points. Parsons is not playing. 4 for Jaden Towner, 2 for Coward, 7 for Scott, and 4 for Tanera Moore. That's it. Dania Charles has yet to score. She has got a cramp problem. She's stretching it out and hopes she can come back in.
Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B, Max 94.1. It's Ricky Smiley in the morning and the hottest new music first, guaranteed. Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B is Max 94.1.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No.
18-12 in the first. As we mentioned, Texas Southern leads Southern 36-25 at halftime, and Alabama State and Jackson State yet to start. Same thing for Florida Atlantic against Louisiana Tech, and Tulane will take on Memphis That's all on tomorrow and Thursday. There's tournaments all around. All right, Valley back with the basketball. A chance to regain the lead with a 2, with a deuce, or even a free throw shot at 1. Tied up 32-32. Bassett with the basketball on the other side. And she will take a long 2-point shot. She got it off the backboard. That's 6 in the ball game for her, and Valley regains the lead, 34-32. Southern has swept the series all year, but it's always tough to beat team 3 straight times. And this one, the 8th seed, taking on number 1 seed, Tanera Moore, turned the ball over. Wow. Pass on out. Here's a 3-point shot from Parker. No. Rebound to Alaric Scott. And I'll tell you, this would be a major upset. Here's Jaden Towner on the baseline. In and out. No, will not go. That's going to be a foul called on Alaric Scott. Number 2, that's her 3rd.
Number 2, Alaric Scott.
Wow. I'm just kind of blown away by this. 32-34 the score. But Southern, this is a good team, and I think they might be a year off. They're not as dominant as the number 1 seed would be. And they need to work on that, and I know they can. They got good teams coming in, good players coming in. Here's a 3-point shot at the top, and a 2. They're going to say her foot was on the line. That's Smith. 8 in the ball game for her, and it's a 4-point game for Valley. That's the largest lead of the game, 36-32, 6:28 left. Goodness gracious. Come on, Lady Jags. Y'all can do it. Here's a long 3-point shot by Aubert. She missed it. Rebound comes out to Moore. Moore on the baseline. Bounce pass out to Alaric Scott. Layup is in. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Points in the paint is big. They're not a good 3-point shooting team. Shoot your shots in the paint. 6 minutes left. 2-point game for Valley. 36-34. Baseline shot blocked. And it's blocked by the new player came in. It's Ciandra McGehee, 6'3" freshman from Terry, Mississippi. Aubert will come back in the ball game. McGeehee's coming out. Moore is coming out. And Towner will come back in, and along with Danielle Charles. But usually if you work the cramps out, they'll return shortly. Hopefully not. 5:50 left to play with 10 on the shot clock for Valley. 36-32 the score. With the basketball is Bassett. Takes the layup. Missed it. And rebound, they say, off of Southern. And so they'll get a fresh 30 Valley with. That's how things don't bounce your way. I mean, wide open shot, she missed it. I'm telling you right now, any other team that comes in here, that's going to be a turnover on the inbound pass. It's the second one of the ball game for Valley. Anybody else comes in this arena, and Southern University could be beat pretty big tonight. Anybody else coming in this stadium tonight, because it's the 8th seeded team in Valley, and Southern is the number 1 seed, and they're just not playing like it tonight. Danielle Charles in the basketball. And they can play better, way better than this. Pass on out to Towner. Towner on the baseline got cut off, missed it, but she's going to be going to the free throw line. Foul going to be called, I believe, on 23 Mosley. That's her first personal foul of the ball game. Second team foul this quarter. So at the free throw line is Jaden Towner. And Southern has not taken a lot of free throw shots tonight. They're 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And they made it. Good shot by Moore. Or Towner, I should say. That's her 5th point of the ball game for Jaden Towner. Jaden Towner, a 5'9" junior from Westlake, Louisiana, outside of Lake Charles. Second shot coming right here. And missed it. Tip out. Alaric Scott tried to get the tip out, but it goes right to Valley. Good defense. And a foul being called on Alaric Scott. If that's the case, that's her 4th foul. It will be. Wow, she's going to have to come out of the ball game with 4 fouls. She's got to come out. You got still 5:25 left to play. Or they're going to keep her in the game. They're going to keep her in the ball game with 4 fouls. All right, here we go. Bassett. making sure I was right on 4 fouls. Brittany Rose passed it on out to Aubert, back out to Danielle Charles, and we got it reset. Southern down by 1, 36-35 with a 5-minute mark. Danielle Charles to Brittany Rose. Rose, long pass out to Aubert. Aubert bringing it in the baseline, got hit by number 54, Hallman. You can't go against Hallman. That's going to be a turnover on the other end. And we have a timeout in the ball game. 30-second timeout. Southern down by 1, 36-35. Southern University Radio Network.
Y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Hot dogs.
Chili dog.
No, Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day.
Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke.
It's Tailgate 101.
Turn on Baton Rouge's Inspiration Station, WXOK, Heaven, 1460 AM. More music, more inspiration throughout your day. Baton Rouge's Inspiration Station is WXOK, Heaven, 1460 AM.
Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B, Max 94.1. It's Ricky Smiley in the morning and the hottest new music first, guaranteed. Baton Rouge's #1 for hip-hop and R&B is Max 94.1.
Down the stretch has not been playing good basketball. Right now the men's team down to Texas Southern at halftime by 11, 36-25. That game's going on in Houston, Texas. We'll keep you updated as long as we can on that one. 4:49 left to play in this ball game. Valley is on top. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. Both teams have only 2 team fouls this quarter. And the possession arrow pointing to Valley. Southern will get the basketball and another chance to regain the lead. They've had plenty of chances. Valley has turned the ball over a lot in this ball game tonight, but so is Southern. That's been one of their biggest Achilles heel. They have 16 turnovers in the ball game, does Valley, but Southern with 22 turnovers. And they're about to have another one. That's going to be a jump ball again, and Towner, Valley's just playing faster than they are. They're just playing faster. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow going to Valley. And it's just not going Southern's way at all tonight. 45-35 on the offensive on the rebounding boards. 14-12. Valley, or a small team, leads Southern in the paint 14-12. And that's 14 points this half they've got in the paint. 14-15, Southern leads on the bench points. All right, Valley with the basketball. Still 36-35, Southern down by 1. Bassett with the basketball. Down the other side, trying to drive. Takes the shot in the paint, missed it. Rebound comes down to Towner. And here comes Southern. And Valley had made a shot in a little while now, but Southern hadn't made one either in a long time. Pass on out to Rose. Rose on the baseline, bounce pass. Here's Towner, takes the shot in. 7 of the ball game for Jaden Towner. Southern back on top, 37-36. 3:48 left to play in the ball game. And if I was Coach Ashley Walker Johnson, I wouldn't let this get too far out of hand. You're in the ball game because of your hard work and your speed. Southern is just going by slow motion. And here's Hanley, can't do anything with it. Turns it back on the other side. Gives it back out to Bassett. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bassett, 3-point shot. No. Put back up, though. In wide open is Mosley by herself. Down on the floor. And she scored it. 7 in the ball game. And just like I said, 38-37, Valley leads it by 1. Valley calls a timeout. They have 2 left. Now, I don't think I would call a timeout there. But, you know, she wants to talk to her players and say, hey, this is an opportunity. You're playing the #1 seed and you're beating them. So keep playing like you're doing and you will win this ball game. But wide open down on the floor, Mosley, after the missed shot by Bassett, Mosley was waiting right there for the shot and just right back open by herself, got the easy layup. Southern didn't box her out. And the #1 seed getting beat right now. And the second half of the Texas Southern game has started, and Texas Southern 39-25. So hit a big three-pointer to start the second half for Texas Southern and the Tigers, and they have a 14-point lead over Southern University. I wouldn't have called a timeout there because that gives Southern a chance. They don't lose a timeout. That gives them a chance to regroup. But they haven't done it all game long. They haven't regrouped all game long. They have 22 turnovers in the ball game. Here's Aubert, and again another turnover. That's out of bounds Southern. Wow. It's just right now, Valley is playing so fast, and Southern is keep looking for somebody to pass the ball to. And then when that happens, two people get around Valley, and two people get around the Southern player, and just force a turnover. So it will be Southern's basketball. (37-38), Southern down by 1. 3:12 left to play in the ball game. And here's a bounce pass. And Brittany Rose bringing it. Gives it over to Tanera Moore. Down low, wide open, but she is fouled. And she'll go to the line. The foul was on number 12. Wait, he said number 12. There's no number 12 on the team. That's going to be number 1. Yeah, that's number 1. That's Bassett, number 1. That's her second foul of the ball game. So at the free throw line, and here is, missed the ball. Number 22, Tanera Moore, 6-foot freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Southern started out 2 for 2 on free throws, then 3 for 3 this half. They hit 1 for 1. Now they missed her last 2. And if she hits this one, she could tie the game up with 3:08 left to play in the ball game. 38-37 the score. Southern down by 1 to Valley. And Tanera Moore takes her time and gets the second shot to fall. That one looked a lot better. It's 5 in the ball game for her. Tied up at 38. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. And 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. In the quarterfinal round of the SWAC basketball tournament. Winner goes on to take on the Lady Tigers of Grambling State in Birmingham, Alabama. There's going to be a foul on Brittany Rose. That's her first. And that is only the 1-2-3 foul for Southern this quarter. They got one more to give. Inbound of the basketball will be Nyla Smith. Nia Smith, 6'2" junior from Memphis, Tennessee. And pass on out to Smith, Aaron Smith, 2 Smiths together. And with the basketball now is Bassett. I would take the shot clock as far as you can down. Take as much time off the clock, but no, she'll go for the shot and missed it. And the tip out will go to Tanera Moore. And Moore holds on the ball too long and almost turned the ball over. Here's Brittany Rose. Rose has got it. Out to Aubert, get in there, 3-pointer. No, rebound comes down to Parker for Valley. And that was a good looking shot, good play. Aubert hit 2 3-pointers in the first half, and a foul being called against Southern University here. Who they're going to call it on? That's going to be on number 5, Dania Charles. That's her 4th. Alaric Scott has 4. Dania Charles has 4. And that's the team foul number 4, but that is not advantage for Southern because it was a shooting foul, and Mosley goes to the free throw line. And Mosley takes her time. Her first shot, in. That's 8 in the ball game for her, and now Valley regains the lead, 39-38. One more shot for Mosley, and she can put this up to a 2-point game. Biggest lead for Valley has been 4. Here's the shot, and it's no good. Rebound comes down to Alaric Scott, who has 4 fouls in the ball game. Largest lead for Southern has been 10. Long pass out to Rose. Long pass back out to Aubert. Back on out to Dania Charles. And they'll reset the offense at the 2-minute mark. 39-38, 1-point game. Alaric Scott with the basketball. Pass on out to Aubert. Aubert to a 3-point shot. Yes! Yes! Obear with a three-pointer. She's got 9 in the ball game. 7 up by 2, 41-39. Oh, we need that. We needed that one. Here's Bassett with a shot. And Bassett on this side gives it on over to Mosley. Boy, the fans are in this game. Bounce pass back out onto Bassett in front of their bench. And she's going to try to drive. Takes it over to Danielle Charles and lays it up and in. We're back tied. 8 points in the ball game for Bassett. 41-41. Bassett averages 10.9 per ball game. And she's got 8 right now. She's 2 off her mark. 41-41. 1:10 left to play in the ball game. It's who makes the most baskets at the end wins the game. That's the bottom line. Who shoots better? Three-pointer from Rose. Got it! Got it! Brittany Rose for 3. And a timeout called for Valley. 44-41. 1 minute left to play in the ball game, and Southern on top by 3 and a big three-point shot. 2 3-point shots towards the end of the game. One by Obear, and now another.
Tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Hot dog.
Chili dog.
No, Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day. Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke.
It's Tailgate 101.
Turn on Baton Rouge's Inspiration Station, WXOK, Heaven, 1460 AM. More music, more inspiration throughout your day. Baton Rouge's Inspiration Station is WXOK, Heaven, 1460 AM.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered.
On to take on Lady Tigers of Grambling State. Texas Southern leads the men's team 48-30, 18-point game now with 15:59 left to play in the ball game. All right, here's Bassett. 52 seconds left. And it's going to be a charge called on number 23, Mosley. Charge on number 23, Mosley, and Mosley has got her second foul of the ball game. Oh, that was a big one. And boy, I tell you that Ashley Walker Johnson, the first-year coach, was very upset with that call because number 23, Mosley, was the one that went on the ground. Southern's got the ball now with 20-second difference from the game clock to the shot clock. If they score a point here, this game is over. Rose with the basketball, out to Obear. Back on this side, Lyric Scott. 16 seconds, they're taking as much time off the clock as they can. It's a 20-second difference. 10 seconds, now they gotta move, gotta go. They wasted too much time, it's gonna be a foul call. That's a silly foul by Parker. That's the 3rd foul on Parker. That's the 15th foul as well, and that means Southern go to the line for 1 and 1. So at the line, number 3, Brittany Rose for Southern. If she makes both of these shots, well, if she makes one shot here, it's a 2-possession game with only 27 seconds left, and that the shot clock's off. So all she needs to make is one free throw, and she takes her time, and she made it. 13 in the ball game for Brittany Rose. And now they're going to send a lot of their players down to the Taniera Moore's going down to towards the Valley bench. Goal, I should say. 45-41, 4-point game with only 27 seconds left. It's not over, but it's going to be hard for Valley to come back. Second shot in. 14 of the ball game, timeout called by Valley. That's a 30-second timeout, but they've got a full timeout, I believe. And they're going to have one timeout remaining. So it's 46-45, 5-point game with Southern and only 27 seconds left. So Valley's going to have to be fast going down the court. They're going to have to go with either a quick 2 or a big 3. Either one. And if they can hit that, then they still got time. They're going to foul, and Southern has to go to the free throw line. So 46-41 the score. Southern on top, the Lady Jags by 5 with only 27 seconds left. Winner of this game will play on Friday against Grambling State in Birmingham, Alabama. So here we go. 1 timeout remaining for Valley, 2 for Southern. So here is the inbound pass, Mosley. Mosley will inbound it right in front of her own bench. And she does. 3-point shot, going quick for it. No. Rebound comes to Danielle Charles. And a foul called against Danielle Charles. And Charles got scratched. She immediately showed Parker, said, "You scratched me." Four fouls for Parker. So Danielle Charles with a chance at the free throw line. She has no points in the ball game. It's her first trip to the free throw line. If she can make this one, it becomes a 6-point game. It makes 2, and the game is over. Be a 7-point game then. And that's a 3-possession game. First shot in. Her first point of the ball game. And if she makes this one, it is a 3-possession basketball game. Takes her time. And shot in. This game is over. And Valley will call her final timeout. Valley will call their final timeout. So Southern got a big-time scare, but they're going to win this game now. It's a 3-possession basketball game. Man, I'm telling you, wow. Anybody else came in this game, I'm telling you, they would have won. Because that's the way Southern has played today. 13 minutes left in the game. Texas Southern leading over Southern men 54-38 with 13 minutes left to play in that ball game. Winner of that game goes on to take on either Alabama State or Jackson State in the semifinal round Friday in Birmingham, Alabama. So timeout of the ball game, 23.9 seconds left. It's a 7-point game now, 48-41. Southern on top, and you listen to the Human Jukebox. Here we go, 23.9 seconds left. Southern up by 3 possessions, 48-41, 7-point game. Here's the inbound. Does to Bassett. Bassett trying to drive, get a quick layup, missed it. Rebound comes down to Danielle Charles, and she got fouled, I believe, by number 1, Bassett. 2 players were around her. Let's see who they call it on. Yep. That's her 3rd personal foul, and going down on the free throw line on this end is Danielle Charles, the senior. May not look pretty tonight for Danielle Charles, or Southern for that matter, but Danielle Charles hitting the shots at the free throw line at the end when she needed it. 48-41, 17.7 seconds left. Valley did everything they could to upset Southern. Shot is no good. Still 48-41, 7-point game. And I would, if I'm Southern, no fouls. Just spread the floor out on defense. No fouls. Here's the second shot. And she made that one. 3 in the ball game for her. It's a 49-41 game, 8-point game. Don't foul. Pass on out. Here's a 3-point shot in by number 13 Smith, but they got no timeouts remaining. That's 11 points in the ball game. Now a quick foul called on the other end as Danielle Charles again goes to the free throw line. And again, that's a foul on Bassett, and that's number 4 on her. That's her 4th personal foul. She had 3 fouls this quarter. 49-45, it's a 5-point game. So it's back to a 2-possession game, but she could change that if she hits both free throws here. First shot, in. She's got 4 in the ball game. And waiting on her second shot, 50-44, 10.5 seconds left. And waiting on it. And her second shot is good. 5 in the ball game. Quickly coming down the field, Courtney is Bassett. Bassett's pass on out. Here's a Parker 3-point shot. No, 3 seconds left. Rebound comes down to Dania Charles. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Southern's basketball with 1.5 seconds left. And if I'm Valley, don't foul. But Valley has nothing to hang their hats down today. They played everything they could. There's the inbound, and that's going to do it. Southern wins it 51-44, the final score. Southern moves on to play on against Grambling State on Friday. Now, there's 2 games. There's 4 games total. If I'm not mistaken, it might be the 12 noon game is what I've been told on Friday. If that's the case, we will have that game for you right here on the radio, regardless if it's at 12. Now, the games on Friday will be at 12 noon and at 2:30. Then the second session will be at 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. I believe they're going to play at 12 noon on Friday, but don't hold me to that. We'll keep you updated right here on the network and let you know. So we will let you know if that's the case or not. But we'll have that game for you on Friday right here. All right, that's going to do it here from the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Southern wins it 51-44. Brittany Rose with 14 points in the ball game. Aubert with 9 points in the ball game. Jane Towner with 7. Hillary Scott with 9. Dania Charles with 5. Tanira Moore with 5 as well. For Ed Robinson back in the studio, I'm Chris Powers saying so long, everybody, from the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Lady Jacks won at 51-44 in advance on Friday's tournament. Back after this. Well, actually, that does it for us. I'm sorry. That does it for us from courtside. We'll see you on Friday right here on the Southern University Radio Network.
Bungalow, apartment, flat, farmhouse, fort, lodge, cabin,